Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Subnautica episode 9, 8. I don't remember. I'll figure it out in the title of the video. But I came back to base, ran into a couple things along the way, a few shipwrecks, had a couple data boxes, but they all had blueprints that we had anyway. So what I did was I came back to home base. I have the habitat builder, and what we're going to do now is we're going to install the vehicle what is this called? I don't remember. Nope. Vehicle upgrade console. That's what it is. We're gonna put that right here. And what this does is this is pretty cool because this allows you to, if you can see back there, customize the color of your sea moth, and you can rename it. I'm not really sure what to name it. Maybe if some people comment on it, we can pick a name together. I'll go with whatever you guys want. But besides that, over here, you can make more upgrades. Engine efficiency model, which works for both the Seamoth and the Prawn suit. Excuse me. Storage, hull reinforcement to help damage. Seamoth modules here. The Mark 1, solar charger, the sonar, the torpedo system, the Seamoth perimeter defense system, which is a really good one to have. And then there's some down here for this, for the Prawn suit, and then there's torpedoes, which I never really use. But let's see if we have what it takes to make the defense system, because that's a really good one to have. So we need polyaniline, which is gold and hydrochloric acid. No, we don't. We don't have deep shrooms. So we're gonna say no to that right now. We'll unpin all the episode, or unpin all the recipes, not the episodes. And let's, you know what? We'll unload this battery. We'll also unload the battery for this, and we'll grab these two full ones out, and we'll put these two that need to be in, and reload. And oh, nope, reload. Put that away so we don't waste the battery. How that's charged, that's charged. Okay, so everything's charged. We've got 2 extra batteries. We should make a couple more lockers while we're at it. So, and I know I can make the larger ones, but I like the smaller ones for now. So what we'll do is we'll just put there. We'll do like we did on the other side. There. And there. Because I think eventually, how much more do we have? You know what? Is that enough to do... Is that enough to do an exterior grow bed? No, I'm gonna say you need 4. No, you do only need 2. Okay, you know what? What we'll do is we'll go out here. We will make an exterior grow bed for our gel sacks. And that's not going to be lined up perfectly, and yes, it annoys me too, but there's not really much I can do. So we'll take those, plop those in there, take the knife, smack them up. Oh, that always bugs me when it does that. If you hit the PDF too quickly after harvesting something like this, it will bring the knife up into your hand for some reason. I'm not 100% sure why it does that. But yeah, there we go. Now we've got some gel sacks, and we'll plant 2 more creep vines, so that's full. And How did you end up over there? Ah, well. As you'll notice, we have another radio message. So we're going to hit that.
This is lifepod 7. Coordinates attached. Pod is structurally sound, but the fabricator's bust. Requesting assistance. 7 out.
Signal coordinates corrupted. Approximate transmission origin recorded to data bank.
Okay, so if we go in there, it will tell us roughly where this is located because the coordinates were messed up. So it'll send you a little picture and it'll give you some information. Crew reported problems with their onboard fabricator. Sunk to 200 meters in an area of low ecological activity. Transmission origin approximately 1 kilometer southwest of the Aurora's stern section. So that means the end of it. The back of it, not the end. Do we have enough? I don't think we have enough copper or titanium. But that's okay. We're going to put some of these in here because we don't need them. We don't need this stuff. We're just going to keep our tools, some water, a little bit of food on us. And actually, while we're here, we could stock back up on our marble melons. And you know what? Let's go out and see if we can't find where that is. So, the Aurora is over here, I believe. Yeah. So it says it's about 1,000 kilometers southwest of the stern of the Aurora. Which, if we head in this direction... Now, a good tip to do here is to take a beacon and put it at the back of the Aurora. And actually, while we're here, maybe we could head over to the back of the Aurora and we could find some more parts for the Cyclops. And we'll get that built eventually. But what you can do is take a beacon, put it at the back of the Aurora, and then just get in your Seamoth and turn around and go in the opposite direction of it. Because it'll show you how far away you are, just like it does at base. Like here, we're 605 meters. And it was either 1,000 kilometers or a kilometer. I think it was a kilometer. I think I'm getting that wrong. But sometimes it's pretty easy to find. Let's make sure we don't get too close though, because there is a Reaper hanging around back here, but there's also Seamoth part, or not Seamoth parts, Cyclops engine parts, I believe, that they might be in here. But you have to keep an eye out because, yeah, see, here's one. He will spawn. So let's get over here. Cyclops engine fragment. That's not one. That's not one. You have to keep an eye out for the Reaper because he will grab your shit and take off with it. Here's another one. Try and get it as quick as we can. Oh, and there's the third one. That wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. I say that, and then he's going to jump scare me out of nowhere. No. But okay, there we go. So now we have the entire blueprint for the Cyclops. And let's see where we're at in relation to the back of the... Okay. Yeah. So what we'll do here is we're just going to turn around. We're going to follow this. We'll see if we can keep an eye out for anything cool or interesting. And it said southwest, I believe. Do we still have kilometers southwest of the Aurora's stern section? So we need to head northeast, I believe. Or no, I think we do go southwest. We head southwest. Yeah, here's the crag spires or whatever they're called. Or this might be the mountainous region. I don't remember the biome names all the time in this game, but I still love them. And as you can see, we've got materials, we've got some bone sharks, we've got some cool... Oh, there's even more. You know what? Oh, okay. Get out of here. But somewhere in here is a sunken... There it is. That wasn't nearly as hard as I thought it was going to be to find. So, we have another sunken life pod. And as you can see, we've got some stuff out here. This is all non-functional. These are basically decoration. We've got a toy car. And if you check out over here, who's this guy? That's a little Markiplier.
I've tried everything. The analysis circuits on the fabricator are fried. Can barely manufacture the most basic of materials. Want a battery? Here, have a children's toy.
Children's toy.
Need deep sea diving equipment? Have some lab tech.
I wonder if they mean
Hungry?
Markiplier when they said
I'll turn that
children's
fruit
toy,
into
or if they
dust
were
for
just
you.
talking about the car.
I'm going forward with trial and error. I hit every button here has got to make something useful eventually.
No, it's not exactly true, my guy. But yeah, things like this, they have, there's another gray cap. They have some really cool decorations in here, and Markiplier is one of them. But they call him an unusual doll because Markiplier was a big part of this game early access. I'm sure everybody knows this stuff. Another one that was early access king of this game was Jacksepticeye. But unfortunately, I don't think you can get the little Septiceye decoration anymore. I think you might need a code, but I'm pretty sure the code doesn't work anymore. I don't know why either. Like, Jack was a big part of this game, and I don't understand why they took his thing out so freely. I really think they should do an update, and they should add it back in so that way you can just find it. You know, maybe find it sitting on the floor right next to Mark. I don't know. That's just me. But now that we have that, there's no real reason to stick around because there's not much in this area. I'm waiting for a radio message to pop because that will lead us to the next part of the game where we have to go. And I don't want to do it. Oh, here we go. Here's a cool area. I say that, but every area in this game is cool. Gotta watch our depth, though. We can't go down too far, but I believe this is called the bulb zone. Here's a pretty cool plant. And again, these are all... Do I have this? Membrane tree. Yeah, I do. You can take a lot of these plants and cut off a chunk of them and make decorations for your base.
Warning. Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Yeah, we can't go too far down. Oh, there we go. There's a... Oh, here's a wreck. Have I been to this one? Oh, wait. Did I hear it? I did hear it. Where did he go? Okay, I was already here because that data box is open. Might have gotten that when I was playing around just trying to catch up. I heard him, but he disappeared right away. That's all right. All right, let's get back to the base. And I'm hoping that this is the radio signal that I'm waiting for. Because I want to progress the story of the game, and I can't start doing that until I get this. I mean, technically, I could go to where it leads. I know where it's going. But, again, I want to let the game tell the story the way that it's supposed to tell the story. I don't want there to be just me like, oh, we go here, we go there, we do this, we do that. I want the game to tell the story the way that it tells the story. But unfortunately, that is a lot of waiting around. It's a lot of waiting around. It's a lot of exploring areas. And I believe there are certain triggers to make them happen. I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head what most of those are.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
But all right, we got this. Let's get the radio going.
This is Lifepod 4.
Damn it, it's not this one.
Aurora. Flotation device is active, but we've got some big old fish in the water with us, and I don't know how long we're going to last. We're close to the crash site, so bring radiation protection. 4 out.
Yeah.
Signal coordinates corrupted.
I already found
Approximate
that.
Transmission origin recorded to data bank.
Yeah, I already found that one. I don't know how long these take, or even if it's this one. It might be the alien containment unit. How are we doing on power here? We're doing pretty good. Okay, well, in the meantime, is there anything else that we can do? Probably. What can we build? Well, let's put away the toy car. And the hat. And what else can we build? What about the prawn suit? What do we need for the prawn suit? Let's see. Plasteel ingot. What are the plasteel ingots? We might have enough to do that too. To go down further real quick. But again, I want to wait on that. Hull reinforcement, the prawn suit. Enameled glass, diamond, lead, plasteel ingots. And then plasteel ingots are titanium ingot and lithium. How much is it to make an enameled glass? Just one stalker tooth in a glass. We might be able to do that. So we need... let's see. Stalker tooth, glass. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to have to go get more of that. And then we need... lithium, which I think was... we need 2 of them. So let's just take 2 lithium. We need 2 lead. 2 diamonds. We should have more than enough for that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. So we need 3 more. That shouldn't be too hard. And then aerogel is how many rubies? 1 ruby and 1 gel sack, and we need 2 of those. So 1, 2. We'll go get the gel sacks. There's probably some stuff out here that we can scan or pick up, like maybe some scrap metal. If not, there's some stuff over here. Yeah, we might have to take a swim over here real quick and grab a piece of scrap metal or something. See if there's anything on the way. Sea moth fragment. Doesn't look like there is. Maybe. What's this? Ooh, a laser cutter fragment. That might give us enough. Ah, only 2. Alright, let's take a look around. Again, I try not to do this. I don't really want... There we go. I don't really want to spend too much time looking for parts, looking for resources, because then the video goes an hour and a half long, and then I gotta start cutting things out of it. And again, I'm not very good at video editing, and I realize that it's, for the most part, as simple as just like click here, and then cut. But the simpler I can make it on myself, the better. So let's we'll make the glass. We'll make the enameled glass. We will make the titanium ingot. Oh, we need 2 of them, so we are gonna have to go out and get more. Oh, that sucks. We'll take the sea moth. We'll make 2 aerogel. Yeah, we'll take the sea moth, and then we'll go out. Because that means we're gonna need 2 more lithium. And yeah, we'll take the sea moth, we'll go out, we'll figure out from there. We'll go get some shrapnel.
Welcome aboard Cal Systems Online.
If we can find any. Hopefully there's some around. And we have a really good entrance to the jelly shroom cave right here, which is cool. Watch out for the rock. And yeah, let's see. Let's go and get some titanium. Here's some scrap. I see some stuff over there that I could probably scan. Because this is 4 pieces. And then some of these bigger ones, these fragments. What do we got? So we have 3, 7. So we need at least 1 more scrap metal, which we'll probably be able to find over here pretty quick. Yep, there's 1. And maybe we just grab an extra 1. There we go. Look at that. And you know what? There's another one, so we might as well grab it if we have the room. Cool. That didn't take nearly as long as I thought it was going to, which is good. Because again, I don't want to get too far into collecting materials on camera, because then everything just runs super long. And then I've got to find more to talk about, which, if you've been watching the last couple videos, is pretty hard for me. I'm trying to fill the time and the space as much as possible, but not exactly great at it. Also, I hope is my thing up here? Yes, okay. I was gonna say, my mobile vehicle bay? Is that what it was called? Whatever it is you use to build the ships. Alright. So we've got enough for another plasteel ingot. Again, really waiting for this radio message to pop so I can move the story forward. But now we've got our scrap metal. And I did grab an extra one, so you know what? We might as well make that into titanium as well. And make the lithium, or the plasteel ingot. Alright, and there we have everything we need for the prawn suit. And again, this guy's up here somewhere floating around. There. Alright, see, we can make the Cyclops, which always struck me as funny because you only need 3 plasteel ingots, 3 enameled glass, lubricant, 3 lead, and an advanced wiring kit. And it makes a gigantic ship. Like, the thing is huge, and we will make it eventually.
Piloting a prawn suit to feel a sense of limitless power.
Just tap my
Prawn
microphone.
Receive weeks of training to counteract this phenomenon. You will have to make do with self-discipline.
Yeah, we will. Alright, let's go get that. There we go. So now we got the prawn suit. And this is a very cool undersea vehicle. You can punch. You can grab things. I'm trying to look around and see if there's anything that I can grab right off the bat. There doesn't seem to be. But one of the coolest parts about the prawn suit is the fact that you can make the upgrades for it. We'll just leave this here for right now. We don't really need it. Get away from it, biter. But I believe they might be in the modification station. Lightweight. I should have made this. That's okay. We'll get to that. And actually, I believe they're over here. In this thing. Prawn suit, yeah. Drill arm, propulsion suit, torpedo arm. We didn't find the grappling arm. And actually, I could make that. Lithium and 4 diamond? I think I might have enough for that. I know we have enough lithium. There's 1 diamond. There's a lithium. 2 diamonds. Oh, no. Wait. What do we got over here? Do we have any more over here? Nope. That's okay. Because we're going to get plenty of those things. And actually, if we go... Okay, we're good. If we head down into the jelly shroom caves, we definitely could get some stuff. But I think what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to pause the episode because we're only about 26 minutes in. So I'm going to pause the episode and I'm going to pick it back up when the radio message pops. And I'll go around and I'll find some material and things like that. So you won't miss anything interesting. And if anything interesting does happen, I'll cut the camera back on and we'll go from there. But be back in a minute. Okay, so the radio message just popped, and I'm not sure if it's the one that we're waiting for, but we're going to check just to make sure.
Aurora, we're approaching the planet now.
Yes, there it is.
A landing site for you that's...
literally like 2 minutes.
It's better than the alternatives. We've sent you the coordinates. It'll take us a couple of days to align our orbit. We should be able to establish direct contact with you during that time. Then we're coming in to get you. Cross your fingers the weather holds. And don't leave us waiting. Sunbeam out.
Okay, now it says it's coming in 40 minutes, but there's a bunch of stuff we can do. One of the things that we need to go to the island is a purple tablet. And that will become, you know what, that's actually a good idea. Let's save. That will become apparent in a couple minutes. But, what do we have? Let's stock up on some food. Come on. These planters sometimes are a pain in the ass. So let's stock up on some food and then we'll pick up the rest of these. We want to waste kind of as much time as we can. And you'll figure out why in a little bit. Let's replant our marble melons. That way, by the time we get back, these things will all be grown. All right, yeah, now let's head out. Awesome. It literally only took about 2 minutes for that to pop, which is fantastic.
All systems online.
Now we need... there it is. Sunbeam landing site, and we're going to change that to... we're going to turn that off. We're going to turn that off. We're going to turn that off. Prawn suit, we'll change that. Oh, is there no... oh, I guess that makes sense. Okay, so we're heading to the Sunbeam landing site, which is about 1,500 meters away from where our base is located. Up past the Aurora. That little mass of clouds right there, that's exactly what the game uses to trick you to kind of not really think that something is there, but once you visit the other island, you realize pretty quickly that there are things. And it's a cool little trick, you know, Video game developers use stuff like that to hide things all the time, so it's not that big of a deal. Let's unpin the blueprint because I don't need it. All right, so we made the prawn suit. We're heading to the Sunbeam landing site, which this is where the game starts to really pick up. We are going to find a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to be able to progress the story at this point kind of at our own leisure. For the most part, we were waiting for all of this to happen first, which a little bit lame, but you know, it gives you a couple days in game to get used to things, to build and establish a base and how you're gonna... Is that just the water? Is that just the sky breaking through? It is, but look at that. There we go. Now you can start to see that, yes, look, there is something here. And in the earlier episodes, we actually came to this because this is where we got close to, I was trying to not give away spoilers, and we went down through that cave, which we haven't been to yet in this playthrough, because I didn't need to. I found everything I needed to. But this is the island. There's lots of big chunks of material around here. There's a screamy Reaper boy, and there's these guys. Annoying, but very cool.
Detecting massive energy signature in the region.
Oh, and there's one right there.
Identify.
We gotta get away. Hopefully he doesn't get us. Yeah, he's looking. He's looking. All right, we'll park right here. We got to the island at night, which not ideal, but it gives us a little bit to look around. And there we go. This is where they're going to be picking us up. Now, if you come over here, in-game, you're going to find this lying on the ground. Purple tablet fragments, which we already have the recipe for purple tablets, so we don't need it, because we scanned the one from the Degassi base first. Let's bring out this. But if you follow these lights up here, if you haven't found the one at the Degassi base yet, you'll find another purple tablet. And I just brought the other one just because we already had it. Yeah. Oh, my ankles, I broke them. And then over here, look at that. Force field control. And it opens up and you can see it's got the same symbol. And if you have a purple tablet on you, you can insert it. And then that drops this force field and lets you inside this area.
Indicate this structure is composed of a metal alloy with unprecedented integrity. No match is found in database. Performing structural analysis.
Very cool. So our PDA is performing an analysis in the background while we walk around. And it's very green, very futuristic, very sci-fi in here. And there's not much, but we do have these data terminals.
Unknown language. Attempting translation.
Alien data terminal discovered inside an alien facility. It was not possible to translate any useful information. However, scans have returned some information on the device itself. It is likely a solid-state computer, although there is no clear way to interface with it. On approach, it began producing a low-frequency radio wave containing complex but recognizable data patterns. It is likely the alien species which designed this technology evolved or genetically selected sensory apparatus to hear and understand the information being broadcast by the device, and to communicate back. The mental processing power required to perform this kind of telepathy would imply the designers were considerably more psychologically developed than the common human. Assessment, further research required. So, starting to get a little bit of a taste of what's going on here. There is an alien species who came to this planet and designed this. For what? You probably know. You're watching Subnautica in 2026. You kind of already know. But another cool thing to pick up here is the ion cube. And we have... Nope. We missed it. That's okay. Actually... Can I... Yep, ion cube. This green mineral substance has no entry on the periodic table and an unprecedented ability to store huge amounts of ionic energy within it. Likely grown artificially, cubic appearance suggests it has been cut from a larger deposit. Each cube contains the equivalent ionic energy of 5 kilotons of TNT. Under the right conditions, the energy could be released in a controlled manner, likely used as batteries, but would require a substantial power source to be recharged. Assessment: valuable energy source. So yeah, we found a cool energy source.
The patterns on the walls cannot ascertain whether their purpose is aesthetic or functional. Further data required.
And what she's talking about are all these little patterns down here. We have another ion cube. These bad boys are scattered throughout this place. I'm trying to take my time, but hurry up because I've got about a half an hour.
Unknown language. Attempting translation.
Enforcement platform schematic. And you know what? Actually, for this options, I'm going to turn PDA pause off. Because then it won't pause in the background while we have this up. And that way that'll kind of let the timer go down a little bit more while we wander. Enforcement platform schematic. This dataset appears to be a multi-dimensional schematic of some kind. By mapping the pattern to 3-dimensional space, it is possible to gather a basic understanding of this facility's internal workings. Construction material. The facility's unknown construction material is identified as an ultra-hard, non-reactive metal amalgam synthesized from off-world materials. There is no indication that it can be damaged or destroyed by available means. Power. The schematic indicates the facility was to be powered by a separate self-sustaining power plant located elsewhere on the planet. The location is not listed, but there is evidence the designers intended to harness the planet's natural thermal energy. Layout. The facility consists of the upper engineering section, where this schematic was found, the control room, which is accessed via a security-sealed elevator shaft or a separate underwater moon pool. The control room in the lower section houses the only known way to interface with the facility. However, the schematic does not detail the operation procedure or installed security measures, so it doesn't tell you how to interact. And that's a good idea. We'll save, even though I totally didn't mean to do that.
Your best probability of interfacing with this facility is achieved by accessing the control room in the lower section.
And here we go. Here's a very cool part. I always love this. It's like a gravity elevator almost. And also there's another force field control here because you actually can come in from further down. There's a moon pool here, but it's a little bit more dangerous. So you kind of want to go towards the top. So do a little bit more exploring. And then we open up into this very cool room, which has a lot of nice little surprises in here. A lot of scannables. An alien rifle. Data downloads. Alien rifle. Strong resemblance to human weaponry informed. This device must have been designed with a humanoid user in mind. Whether the aliens that built this structure were themselves humanoid or otherwise employed by the use of humanoids is unclear. What is clear is that they considered defending this facility a necessary precaution. There is no obvious way to remove the rifle from the case, so unfortunately we do not get the very cool alien rifle. The only rifle we get in this game is the stasis rifle, and, well, that only does... It only stops enemies. Oh, we have another radio transmission, but we'll get to that later. Back here, remember that arch we found earlier in the mushroom biome? Very cool, but this time... Oh no, it's not this one, it's the other one. Never mind, I'm a liar. So normally with these, I'll spoil it because it doesn't really matter too much. A control panel will pop out of here and you can use the ion cubes to power it. And it's a teleporter. It takes you places. Everybody knows that. Like I said, you're watching Subnautica in 2026. You're not surprised by anything, no matter how much I sit here and pretend that you might be. But that's okay, because we still love Subnautica. We still love playing it. A lot of stairs. We've got another purple tablet over here, just in case. The game really loves to give you purple tablets in this area. There's about 2 or 3 more that you can find on the island. And it's just so that you don't have an excuse that you missed anything. So we've got an alien device here. A doomsday device. Scans indicate this device contains enough potential energy to destroy the entire planet along with most of the solar system. Fortunately, it has malfunctioned. That is very fortunate for us. And then down here, we've got the bones of the center, or the brain, I guess. We've got another...
Scans indicate the facility's control room lies beyond this doorway.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And this is why they sprinkle a whole bunch of purple tablets around the area. Because not only is there one in the caves that we found underneath this island, which is in one of the earlier episodes, there are a few more. Like I said, there might be 2 or 3 more. But here we go. This is one of the only places that we can interact. This is the energy core. This is like the control room panel or whatever it said. This device houses energy equivalent to 100, I'm guessing that's megatons? I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Nuclear detonation, which can be channeled through the facility and directed at vessels overhead. Ah, now we're starting to put the picture together. Or bent around the planet's gravitational pull to strike targets in orbit. Power is routed via the main attached terminal, allowing for the device to be deactivated if necessary. It is currently operating without parameters, suggesting it will target any ship within range. So right there is the explanation as to why the Degassi and the Aurora were both shot down. They got too close to the planet, and the enforcement platform enforced the hell out of them. Which doesn't exactly spell good news for the Sunbeam that's on its way. But alright, so, wait. I don't remember. There's not another thing that I can... Yeah, no, I can't interact with anything else other than this. So, here we go. Whoa, what's up there, fella? Hey, careful where you're sticking that.
The control panel is broadcasting a message. Translation reads, "Warning, infected individuals may not disable the weapon. This planet is under quarantine."
That's why. The planet is under quarantine, and that's why this exists and shoots anything down to make sure that nothing...
Background broadcast. Downloading summary to databank.
To make sure that nothing gets off the planet and takes the infection with it. So now it's done processing all that background stuff. So we've got alien facility locations, intercepted background data regarding further alien facilities elsewhere on the planet, disease research facility, depth 800 meters, location, cave system with extensive fossil record, southwest of the enforcement platform, function, live specimen study, Objective: synthesis of antidote for highly infectious bacterium designated Kara. So that's what the infection on this planet is. It's called the Kara, and currently we are infected with it. Thermal power facility. Depth 1,200 meters. Location inside an extensive natural rock formation in an area of intense volcanic activity. Function: generate energy for all local facilities. Sanctuary A, data corrupted. Sanctuary B, data corrupted. Offsite laboratory, data corrupted. Primary containment facility, data corrupted. These are all things that you can find that have gone offline. In the event of an outbreak, quarantine procedures will be automatically enforced with immediate effect. The quarantine enforcement platform will target all incoming and outgoing craft to prevent the spread of infection off-world. So, that spells bad news for the Sunbeam, and there's nothing we can do to stop it. They just, unfortunately, have to take it. So, we basically just kind of got to sit here and wait for the Aurora, or the Sunbeam, to show up. And y'all know what happens next. Let's not sugarcoat it. Yeah, we came in through this way. But I can go back out this way. I just have to be pretty careful. But I do I have an extra battery on me? I don't. That's okay. That's okay. We should have more than enough power to get through what we need. But check it out. All of this is connected to the mountain. And down here, we've got another one of those alien arches. And this is actually something I didn't know until I watched somebody else play this game, because I love to watch people play this game for the first time. It is one of my favorite hobbies. I love watching people experience Subnautica for the first time. But this is why we got to be careful, because down there, we've got a friend. Ooh. There's aerogel here, too. Now, we've got some time to kill. And we can head back up to where our sea moth is, and we could try to run around the planet a little bit, or the island a little bit, but there's really not much on here. Just a bunch of caves with some deposits for materials. There is another alien arch in here, and you can power that up, but the only thing it does is it takes you to the other island. There's really not a whole lot going on here. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to get in my sea moth. I'm going to pause the recording, and I'm going to come back when we're a couple minutes closer to the Sunbeam's arrival. So, I'm going to let that run, and I'm going to pause the recording, so I will be back. Okay, everybody, we're about 5 minutes away from the Sunbeam showing up, so I figured this was a good point to come back into the game. Like I said, there is an entire island to explore. This whole, like, mountainside, they have a whole bunch of caves in. There's actually one over here. If you're going to explore, I think it's over here. If you're going to explore, though, make sure you bring your propulsion cannon and a flashlight, because of these little bastards right here. There's a lot of salt. There's a lot of caves. This leads underwater to where we found that purple tablet. I'm not going to get too far away, but yeah, there's lithium. There's a whole bunch of nodes and everything. So, also, if you haven't gotten them by now, there's bulbo trees. They're, like I said, a really good source of food and water when you're exploring these dry land portions, because you can just take out your knife and whap a couple of those. Munch, munch, munch. And look at that. I'm already at full water, full food. My dog is coming over. I think he wants to watch the Sunbeam. I should probably not have started recording this again so soon, because It seems like this was a little bit too early to jump on. I should have waited, but that's okay. If you're bored, you can take a look around. There's lots of stuff. Like I said, the entire island is explorable. So you can just jump right back into looking around, explore some of the caves. What I like to do is I like to come over here to this this little thing. Hold on one second. I'm gonna get this. Oh, there we go. We got this handsome boy. This old man. This is Bacon. He's my dog. He's a crusty, dusty, musty old man. He's about 14 years old. And he hates when I live stream or record videos because then that takes away from the attention that he's getting. He hates to be held. He does not like this at all. Stay here. Yeah, he's not a big fan of, like, being held. But, you know, what are you going to do? He likes to be petted. He likes to be loved. So he just has to learn to deal with it. But yeah, like I said, all right, we're about 2 minutes away from the Sunbeam arriving. Like I said, I paused the episode. I grabbed myself a snack. I grabbed myself a drink. I threw some food in the oven because I'm hungry. So I'm going to eat that when that comes out. I'm pretty sure they start talking to us pretty soon. I don't remember how long it is, though. That's very cool. That, like, moon or planet. I'm not even sure. Oh, be careful, buddy. You don't want to hit the mic. I believe it's a moon. I believe there's two of them. You can only see the other one when the sun goes down. Oh, all right. Hold on. Let me let you down. He's old. I don't want him to hurt himself jumping down. All right. As you can see, there are some birds in this game, but they're not like birds. They're weird. They're sky rays. Sometimes you can get one and you can scan it, but a lot of the times they just fly away from you as soon as you go near them. Let's see, now we can't see. Must be on the other side of the island. We can't see the, oh, hold on. If you look in the corner of the screen there, over there, my green screen doesn't go that far, but you can see the island appear, the mass of clouds. But, uh-oh. Looks like we have some activity here. Uh-oh. Can we see it coming in?
Survivor, we see you. Man, I don't know how you held out down there. We broke
Determination, my friend.
We're descending towards the landing site.
Uh-oh.
Is that a building down there? What do you mean you can't
It's kind of a building, but not exactly.
Hold on. No turning back now. Positions, everyone. Touching down in 10, 9, 8.
No, turn around. You might not want to do that.
Building? Change course. Set thrusters to full.
Well, that did not work out in our favor. Goodbye, Sunbeam. You will be missed. But I think that's a pretty good place to leave this episode. Again, thank you for joining me. I believe this was episode 8. It's hard to tell. I'm recording these in batches, and I had to re-record episode 6. But thank you, and remember, if you liked the video, please like and subscribe. It really helps these channels. Interact, comment, tell me other games you want to play. We have a little community YouTube thing. I'm not 100% sure how it works. The gun is going back to a building now. But yeah, you can go there. You can suggest games to play. You can suggest things that we could do. Also, I stream on Twitch Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. New videos come out on the YouTube Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I also have TikTok, Facebook. I recently got back on X to, you know, let people know that videos are coming out. But again, thank you so much for joining me on the Subnautica series. There is plenty more to come. We're only starting to scratch the surface of this game, but now that we've got this out of the way, we can really progress in the game and unlock more of the story and more of the world and more of the environment. And I really hope that you will continue to join me on this journey, because I am having a blast and I hope you are too. Thank you so much for the support, and I will see you in the next video. That sounded like Markiplier, and I don't like it. Goodbye, everybody.